Hey guys, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today, I just wanted to film because I know the last video I filmed, I did a trying out my waterproof makeup. So I don't know where this video is gonna go. I just know that I want to do a video with my Lunar Beauty palette and with my Morphe 15H palette. So I guess I'm gonna use these two. So I'm gonna see where this video takes me. So I don't have a specific look. I'm just gonna title it testing out new palettes or whatever. So yeah, let's just get right into it, I guess. So I'm just gonna prime. This is the Too Faced Hangover Primer. Just literally what I do all the time. Always prime first before I do any makeup. It's just what I do. I also like to put it on my eyes just to kind of prep my eyes for eyeshadow. Excuse me. I'm gonna use the Fenty Beauty Foundation. This is the Pro Filter Soft Matte. Excuse me, in the shade 200. And I'm just gonna pump it onto my Wet n Wild Kabuki brush. Just gonna squirt a little, and then just gonna look into my mirror over here. Just apply it in place. And I'm just gonna blend it in. And then I'm just gonna add one more squirt. I'm just buffing in that foundation, bringing it down my neck, and then just buffing. So how I apply my foundation is I start by packing it on, and then I just do circle motions to blend it in. Just covering everything, because there have been times where my foundation is dark in some places and light in the other because I didn't fully enforce the product into my skin. So that's just what I'm making sure to do. Now that we're all buffed, blended in, just putting a little on the tips of my ears. Now that foundation is done, I'm gonna be using my concealer, which is the All Nighter Waterproof Concealer by Urban Decay. I'm in the shade Fair, I believe. Yeah, Fair. So I'm just going to apply this under my eyes. My forehead. Straight down my nose. Cupid's bow, chin, and I have some blemishes. I have this really weird blemish in between my eyebrow. So I'm just gonna kind of put some concealer there. So I'm gonna take that same Wet n Wild brush that I used for my foundation and just blend that in. And this concealer is a product I would tend to work in fast, because if it takes you too long to blend it in, it like dries down in a way. So if you do get this concealer or have this concealer, I recommend working pretty fast to blend in everything. So it doesn't dry down and then you're left with white spots that don't look right because they weren't blended in quick enough. So next I'm just gonna take my Maybelline Loose Shine Free Loose Powder in the shade 01 Light. So this is just like a setting powder. I'm just gonna tap some into the lid, swivel it around, and then take a powder brush and stamp it in, and kick some off and swirl it around, and kick some more on. And just so it's not way too much powder. So I'm just gonna put it mostly where I had the concealer, and then after that just buff the rest of the powder to the rest of my skin, just to kind of set that base in place. So now that we had powdered, I'm going to use my new bronzer. This is the Morphe powder bronzer. It's in the shade Debutante. It's just a warm tone bronzer. I don't know if the camera is gonna pick it up because it's kind of shadowy here, but it's just a warm tone brown bronzer. So I'm gonna take that same powder brush, just kind of swirl it in, kick it off, and then I'm gonna do the 3E, which is like a 3 on one side and an E on the other side. So it starts at the forehead, and then cheekbones, and then jawline, and then I'm just gonna go over with circle motions just to blend it all in. And this is a really matte bronzer, so there's no shine in it, which is helpful. And then just gonna do the E on the other side. I'm just trying to go in really light-handed with the bronzer. And then I'm gonna pinch it, and with whatever product is left, I'm just gonna go over my nose with it, just to kind of contour my nose a little. I'm not intensely contouring my nose because I just don't like a really harsh kind of like contour, but I do like to look a little more bronzy than my natural skin tone, because I do have a natural like olivey skin tone, but bronzer just makes me look a little tanner, especially in the summer. So now I'm going to go into blush, and I use the Kylie Cosmetics Barely Legal blush, if I can open it, and it's just a really peachy blush. Then I'm just going to take this angled blush brush and smile, and I'm going to stop trying to look in the mirror so much, because I feel like if I'm looking down, you can't really see what I'm doing. So I'm going to try not to do that. So I'm going to smile and apply it to the apples of my cheeks. So I love blush, so I'm going to put on a little more than most people like to, but I love blush. focusing it the apples of my cheeks and then kind of brushing it back. And then I'm gonna take it a little on the nose, just to give it that kind of sun-kissed look, and then stamp it on the forehead, because I just feel like that makes it look more sun-kissed, if you will. So I like doing that. So next I'm gonna be highlighting, and I'm gonna use the Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighting powder in the shade Blossom Glow. It's like a really pretty iridescent-y pink color. It's just a really pretty iridescent pink. And I'm just gonna take this, excuse me, this Profusion highlighting brush, and I'm just gonna put it where the sun would naturally hit my face. So right on the cheekbone, and then maybe a little on the temple. Like, look how blinding that is. And then just dip in a little more. And then just basically do the same thing to the other side. I feel like doing like crossing over is really hard being right-handed and trying to do like the left side. I wish I was like what is it? Like you can use both hands. I'm really trying, but I don't know if it's working well. So I'm just gonna highlight. I think that looks pretty, right? Yeah. And then I'm just gonna highlight my nose, a little on my forehead, Cupid's bow. I love putting highlight on my Cupid's bow. And just like the tiniest bit on my chin. Because if I put too much on my chin or my forehead, it kind of makes me look a little oily. So I definitely don't want that to happen. So I just like dab it off a little. So now eyeshadow. So I'm gonna start with Lunar. Hold on, let me just like look at the shades and find out like what shades I want to use to give a little idea. Okay, I think I know what I want to do. Okay, so just bear with me for a second. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this fluffy brush from, I think it's Blanchant or something. This is the Morphe 15H Happy Hour palette, and I'm gonna dip into this. Sorry, the mirror. I'm gonna dip into this peachy shade right here called Mixer. Oh, I completely forgot I left the mirror thing there. So I'm gonna dip. Don't worry, that was my fault. The palettes don't come like that. I just accidentally dipped my finger into it. So I'm gonna take this peachy shade right here, Mixer, and I'm gonna use that as a transition shade. So I'm just gonna tap in, and there's like no fallout in the pan so far. And then I'm just going to put that in the crease of my eye. Hold on, let me use the palette. So I'm just blending in that shade, Mixer, just for a light wash of color. I think I'm gonna go for like a really kind of like orangey look. Okay, so if you've ever seen an orange blossom flower, it's like mostly orange, but there's a little bit of yellow in it. So I think I'm gonna do something like that, like an orange blossom almost, like color scheme, if that makes sense. So I put that peach shade down. So I'm going to dip into the, this is the brush from the Lunar Beauty palette. It's double-ended, so I'm gonna use the fluffier side. It's already kind of stained because I used it for once before, where I was filming a look with this palette and I lost the footage. So unfortunately, didn't get my first time using this on camera. But I'm going to dip into this yellow shade right here. It's called Campy. So I'm going to take the fluffy side of the Lunar Beauty brush that the palette comes with, and this palette is $45 off the Lunar Beauty website, and the Morphe one is $15. And you can use influencers discount codes on the Morphe one. I don't think with the Lunar Beauty one that is a choice, unless Manny MUA, who is the owner of Lunar Beauty, gives out a special discount. But I know with the Morphe ones, you can use any affiliate link and you get some money off. So I'm just going to take that yellow Campy shade, and I'm just going to go back into the Morphe palette, just for the mirror. And I'm just putting that yellow shade like right on top of that mixer, just to get a little oomph, if you will. See, like it's turning out orange. That's what I expected to happen. I think that's what I'm gonna type, like orange blossom or something, because I feel like that's really unique. I don't think anyone has done like an orange blossom, like smoky. I don't know. I like that though. So I'm just taking the Campy shade again, and sorry if I'm like holding the palette up so you can't really see. I'm just focusing that Campy shade on top of that mixer shade, just to kind of add a little more depth. And now it's turning orange, like a pastel orange, which is what I expected. And I think it looks really pretty so far. So I'm gonna take this other Blanchant like Mermaid brush, and it's got, this one has like a dome top, so I can use it to like add depth to the eye. So I'm gonna dip into this, I'm still in the Morphe palette. I'm gonna dip into the shade, this orange shade right here called Bottoms Up. Actually, hold on. For the Bottoms Up, I think I'm just gonna, because I also want to use this bottom shade Snap, but Snap is darker than Bottoms Up, so I might just take another fluffy brush, and wait, this is the wrong brush. All of my brushes are like over here. I literally just had got it. So I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and dip into that Bottoms Up like neon coral shade from the Morphe 15H palette. And then I'm going to apply that mostly in the center of my crease, not take it out too far or in too much. So I'm just focusing it on the middle of my crease, just so the crease has that like pop of color, just to draw attention in. Yeah, that's really pretty. All of these shades are so pigmented. And as you can tell, there's no fallout on my face so far, and there's none in the palette. And the shades are holding up really well, which I love. I love Morphe palettes. I think they're like one of the best palettes. Like, they have like the best eyeshadow formula. So still keeping that bottoms up shade in the center of my crease. I think that looks really pretty. So I'm just gonna take a clean fluffy brush and just blend in those shades together. Just so it doesn't end up looking so harsh. I'm just blending in everything. That looks really pretty, if I do say so myself. So now I'm gonna take that dome top brush and dip into this Snap shade, which is kind of like a deep cranberry. And I'm just gonna saturate the brush. And I'm going to focus this Snap color on the outer corner of my eye. So I'm going to do that. So just still sticking with that Snap shade and focusing it on the outer corner of my eye and bringing it in just to add depth to the look.
Which one do you want? What do we have? That disturbing or the strawberry cream?
I'm sorry. So now I'm gonna take like a dense kind of packing brush almost, and I'm gonna dip into this brown shade called 5 PM on the bottom. It's like a dark taupey brown. And I'm going to pack that on the outer lid while leaving the inner part blank. And then just repeating that. And then I'm just gonna take a clean fluffy brush and kind of just blend in that edge so it's not harsh. Sorry, I'm so far back. And then I'm just gonna take my finger and dip into this orange shimmer rooftop shade right here. So I'm just gonna take my finger, go on in, and then pack that on the inner part of my lid. Still sticking with that rooftop shade, and these shadows are so creamy. And just packing that. It looks super pretty, and then I'm just going to take the highlighter brush and dip into this shade right on the corner called Spritzer, which is like a really pretty like champagne pink, and just pack that on the inner corner just to brighten it up. This looks really pretty. And I don't do makeup on my lower lash line because I have super watery eyes, so it literally just ends up going down my face. So I'm going to take this black mascara from Avenue and literally do like the lightest coat possible. I literally just did the lightest coat possible because with me with mascara, it does not work out well. It just gets all over my face. So yeah. And I actually think since this look is so orange, it totally needs a nude lip. So I'm gonna take this Patrick Star X MAC lipstick in the shade Mama Star. Just a really pretty nude. It goes really well with the eye. And then I'm just gonna, I need a mirror for this. Just so it's just this super pretty nude. And then just gonna take this Maybelline Master Fix long wearing setting spray. I'm just gonna douse my face. Kinda got that in my eye. And then just gonna take a brush and really work it in. And now with the setting spray making it everything all wet, I feel like eyeshadow could use just a tad more blending. So I'm just gonna take blending brush and just blend it all together like so, and then just smoking out a corner just so it's all blended. And this is the final look. I'll bring it closer. So this is the final look. It's like a super orange blossomy vibe look. So that's the end of this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you want me to do more looks with the Morphe 15H palette or even the Lunar Beauty palette, comment down below. And I hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe. You know the drill. And always remember, be a pineapple, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside. Bye, guys.